I think it's safe to rest here now.
So you're Elfin, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that. Gotta say, I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
What, you?
So you're the one who took down the Lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quiet.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then—
mouth, witch! That's enough! If you're really fighting for us Danans, why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Whoa. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of this show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you knew that. Maybe it's 'cause you and that little lady are friends and more.
Son of a— You'll pay for that!
That's enough! Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
All of you, get the hell out of my realm! And don't ever come back! This is Danan's realm and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here. And I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Way!
Yeah! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm! We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes!
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
The Dark Wings! The Dark Wings rule!
Hey, wait up! Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadheim said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
Hey, Bayfon? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadheim.
This isn't Deadheim's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shion said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it. Before we set out, though, is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
I get the feeling Deadheim signed up to be a rebel, so he could have a roost to rule. Heck, he's no better than a lord. In some ways, he's even worse.
I know. How could he use explosives on his own people?
And yet, despite the toll of his actions, none of the Dahnans we've seen seem to question his assumed authority in the least. If anything, they may well consider him a hero, which would say a great deal toward how deeply they resented the Renans here.
Still, I don't think this is as simple as saying the good guys won out over the bad ones.
Yeah, I don't either. Deadeye might have managed to drive the Renans out of Niez, but that doesn't make the way he did it okay. No matter which way you look at it.
A victory that's earned by throwing away the lives of his own people? No, that isn't a victory at all. I can understand that the Dahnans here are standing up against their oppression, but that doesn't mean they have to humiliate all Renans just to settle the score.
I'm perfectly able to stand up for myself, Alphen. Besides, I'm used to it by...
But you shouldn't have to be, Shion. It's just... What I mean to say is... When you've been a slave for so long, it's easy to accept that's how it should be because it's all you've ever known. Constantly being belittled is no different. I don't think that's fair. For me or for you.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renan lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him, too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niez is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renans are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to handle them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell.
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy. Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
The city is liberated, and yet the air still hums with fear and anxiety. It reminds me all too well of how Vicente once was.
Hums? You mean like music?
Yeah, none of this sounds like music to my ears. In fact, I've never seen any Dahnans with musical instruments in my life.
You don't need instruments to play music. It can emerge naturally from the sounds of people going about their day and the hustle and bustle of life.
You seem to care a lot about music, Dohalim. I didn't know that about you.
Have I not mentioned it? Before I was a candidate for the lordship, I had my heart set on the life of a musician.
You? A musician?
Indeed, music enriches the world around us. I trained day and night to hone my art. Words could not describe my bliss, as my notes carried with them the sights and sounds of nature, the ebb and flow of time, and the thoughts of people on the wind.
Dohalim.
Forgive me. My loquaciousness can get the best of me at times.
Don't apologize. It's interesting hearing what Renan culture is like.
Even though the Renans destroyed all of our arts and culture.
Personally, I was interested in the music of Dana as well. The fact that generations of lords deemed music to be of no use to their slaves and outright forbade the ownership of instruments is lamentable. Not that my words can undo the damage already done.
What's wrong? All right.
What the?
Hey.
Yeah!
Good.
All right!
Not this way, I guess.
Huh? I think someone's calling out for us.
They could have something they need from us.
Oh yeah? How's this? Great!
Yes. Hey.
Good.
Really? What? Yes!
All right. Right.
Really?
What?
Huh?
All right.
Yes!
Over there.
Huh? Yes!
All right.
Yes!
Huh.
All right.
By the by, Shion. If you don't mind my asking, would you be willing to share what sort of clothes are currently in fashion on Rena sometime?
Sure. As long as you call me Captain.
Sir, yes, sir, Captain Shion.
I was just joking. Kinda has a nice ring to it, though.
I always love the sound of hammers banging away.
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me. But isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia. Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shionne. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
So we're just going to check things out, right? In whatever that forest is called.
Estaluva Forest. Next time, pay attention.
I sense a poor soul who is in dire need. Well... I see. Oh.
Just great.
Excuse me!
Good.
That's some cryptic text, all right.
It could mean... got sand in my eyes!
The winds are strong here. Mind yourselves.
Ugh, even the inside of my mouth is all sandy.
Hootle, don't get blown away, okay?
The winds outside the capital are blowing as strongly as ever.
You can definitely see why people call this place the Valley of the Four Winds.
Indeed, Mahag Saar is the realm of wind, just as Ganeth Heros is for water.
Earth, water, fire, wind, light, and darkness. Rena is aligned to darkness, leaving each realm one element each.
Is that because some elements are easier to gather in certain areas than others?
That is certainly possible, but I suspect the biggest reason is to prevent the lords from squabbling over resources.
Funny. You would think infighting would come naturally to an elite class vying for a crown.
True, but the Renans rule as a minority. Fighting ourselves would just be destructive. Though, as you saw in Menancia, any abstention from fighting is merely a facade.
In the end, you all get usurped whether you like it or not.
That may be true, but something tells me that this time is different.
We have to catch up to the Lord first if we want answers. Let's keep moving.
What is that ring of rocks over there for? They don't look like they formed naturally to me.
Oh yeah. Funny, I guess I've gotten used to weird rock formations. They didn't even register as being out of the ordinary.
Most likely, they were brought over by us Renans when we first invaded the planet.
Wait, those? So does that mean there's some kind of machine then? And if so, what in the world were they even used for?
To manipulate the properties of Dana's astral energy.
Really?
Think about it. Isn't it strange that the type of energy each realm collects is so fixed? Astral energy by nature isn't meant to skew towards one element or another so heavily.
So the Renans reformed it for the crown contest.
Sounds like the crazy thing a Renan would do.
Renans these days are more advanced than Danans in some ways, but even they don't seem capable of doing something on that grand a scale. Or is that something that's possible on Lenegis? Or maybe the Renan homeworld?
I can't claim to know everything about my own kind, but I myself have never seen anything that would be capable of such a drastic feat.
But at some point they did just that. Those are the sort of people we're up against. We should do our best not to forget that.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true.
Oh.
Is I
Hey! Well?
What?
What?
I don't believe...
all right?
No.
Sure.
Really now?
Yes! What?
What?
Very nice. Yes.
Well, that was a huge miscalculation.
Yet you've drained your glass.
Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but... frankly, they're starting to stink.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing, having it pointed out like this.
And Shion?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
Discourteous son.
This one's mine!
Orochi Fury!
I'll face you!
Enter Storm!
I'll stay!
These ones can run rings around us!
Dragon Dip!
Damn it!
Enter Storm!
Blow them away!
Herman and Blazer! Fury! Burning!
Raging Luna Storm!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Free
Leave the
Blazer!
ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the pummeling to me!
We did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart in your heart.
This could be useful.
Hi, Hoodle!
Enter Storm!
Come and face me!
Orochi Fury!
Your reflexes will not serve you well here.
Dream!
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Prepare to be sealed, Alfito.
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes. A merry distraction.
There's still more to go! Raging Cascade!
I'll face you.
Try this! Blow them away!
Dance in the wind!
Azure Storm! Transform!
I think I'm getting stronger.
Somehow, things are even worse outside the city than they are inside.
Yeah, it's all ruined. Houses and everything else.
Even if it was all in the name of beating the Renans, this is...
Gotta break through! Come one, come all! Blast the shot!
By the power of I'm not so good with airborne.
This should do it!
Xion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done. Freezing storm. This one's mine.
Dragon Swarm! You picked the wrong fight!
We managed to pull through.
Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Okay, here I go. Try this!
A freezing storm. Energy. A tornado.
No further! Dragon Swarm!
By the power of
Thank you! Too fast!
We're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
Blast the shot! Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm!
Onward and up. Word.
Look, Hootle! One of your buddies! I think Hootle senses something.
lost!
Fires of passion coursing in
Go!
flame! Where are you going?
Eternal devastation! Burn! Come and face me!
Airborne beasts, my specialty. Now!
Demons descend! Flashing fang! Flaming thrust!
Easy smelly to me.
Yes? Elusive deity!
Searing flame! Ritual shield!
Snakier through all
Banana, let's go! I'm out of ammo!
So those are Dan and Astral Art.
Something you want to say?
Not so long as you keep them pointed toward the enemy.
Art shield!
Begin!
Rinwell! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Snake of the abyssal deep, clear for us a path! I'm on!
None shall escape my judgment! Ray!
Orochi!
Into the shadows! Where are you going? Who wants
Try this!
I need to be stronger.
Out of our way! Passion courses its flame!
Burn!
Mega Ray! Light Astral Energy! It's a duel of the arts!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Claw! I can feel my power growing!
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
I feel all bent out of shape.
I know what you mean. Hard to settle down after seeing all those ruins.
We fought hard to help liberate the people of Dana, but every realm we've been to along the way could have easily turned out like this.
When powerful forces collide, the destruction they leave gets that much worse.
So we've been lucky things haven't turned out worse up until now?
Regardless, I don't want to see this realm get messed up any more than it already is. We have to capture this lord ourselves, no matter what. What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances, and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? I mean, that unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Danan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we Renans conquered Dana, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Danan history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too. Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
Alphen, your blazing sword draws its power from Shion's Firemaster core, right?
So I'm told.
Then why don't you use yours, Dohalim?
You mean my Earth Master Core, yes?
Yeah, I mean, you still carry it around with you, don't you?
I do. Each Master Core contains the astral energy harvested from Danan's slaves over the course of the last 3 centuries. Though only a select few qualified people, namely the Lords, can wield them, they nevertheless hold too much power to simply abandon.
If only the Lords are supposed to be able to use them, how come Alphen and Shion can use theirs?
That may be because Shion has embedded the Firemaster Core within her body, something which wouldn't have occurred under normal circumstances.
Okay, but why do you still carry yours around?
Just as Danans see Master Cores as symbols of the lives and resources robbed from them, so too do I view mine as a symbol of our lasting sins. The pain and agony wrought upon this world by my predecessors, as well as the injustice enabled by my own inaction, are all housed within my Master Core. It is a testament of all that I have done wrong. It cannot ever be used again, nor fall back into the wrong hands.
Dohalim.
You didn't differentiate between the deaths of Danans and the deaths of Renans.
Danans and Renans both spill blood and languish in agony all the same. I just couldn't bear to hear it any longer. That's all.
Little late for that.
Done. This is sure to give the others some much-needed energy.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now, it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind, either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
The Vermilion vegetation certainly gives this realm a distinct, if somber, ambiance.
Seems like there's lots of fruit and plants that we can eat.
I also can't help but notice the ceaseless howling of...
I'll see you again tomorrow. All right, guys. Ready to go?
This place gives me the creeps. You really think that Lord is hiding out here?
Be careful. The air is dense with astral energy. Something's not quite right about this place.
How are you able to pick up on all this stuff anyway? Is it something that all astral arts wielders can do?
I must admit, I'm curious myself. Perhaps her Danan bloodline has something to do with it.
Dohalim.
Apologies. I meant no disrespect.
Stay alert, everyone. There's a good chance that she already knows we're here.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard. I suppose if you're a lord going into hiding, a forest is one place to turn.
We don't know for sure she's here. Keep looking.
Fires of passion courses this flame! In here!
If it curls up, time to get out of the way. Seismic rupture!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara!
I'll take you all off back in there to
Glad you have your uses.
Try this!
I'll show you how useful I can be!
Coming through! Ha! Melt! Scarlet Inferno!
Anything in armor is all I'll face you!
Double I'll face you! Demon Fang! Be still! Rotating pile cut!
There's more where that came from.
Mahag Sar, a land where the winds scar and the clouds stretch far.
Kisara? What is he doing?
Reciting a poem, apparently. Just let him be.
You are in tip-top shape.
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Let's talk to more
You'll soon see how
Cut them
the
apart to your heart's content.
Smash you! Silver Wing! Resonate with the earth!
In here!
Portal Blade!
I'll be saving the
Destruction!
blazing storm!
Crush!
In a bind?
Ice tornado!
You're mine!
Streak!
That extra training paid off.
For the hideout of a runaway lord, this place is a lot bigger than I was expecting.
Do you think she had it built with that in mind?
No. Personally, I think this used to be part of a Dahnan castle or fortress of some sort.
How can you tell?
For one thing, it doesn't look like a storehouse. For another, it's old, and you can tell it was built to let people hole up inside of it.
Huh. I'll take your word for it. I don't know the first thing about brick. You know, I've always thought you were a smart little cookie, but damn, Rinwell, you really know your stuff.
It's no big deal. I've just read a lot of books is all.
If this is meant to be a castle, there wasn't much to it above ground. Are there such things as underground castles?
There probably used to be more of it above ground. That is, until 300 years ago.
So the main structure must have been lost during the time of the invasion, with only the underground part remaining. And then this lord decided to use it for her own purposes. Have I got that right?
But what reason could she have for using this place instead of staying back in her own castle?
That's what we're here to find out. Whatever it is, she's up to no good.
Right. It's all the more reason we need to hurry up and find her before it's too late. A delicious piece of cake!
Rising Weapon!
Confiscating!
Struck! Elusive Deity! Luna Rondo! Hitting Pile Rising Phoenix!
Leave the agile one to me.
Come one, come all!
Flying free! What did they just sit still?
Shion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done! Leave the enemy's arms to me! Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me.
Back you!
Now!
Demon Fang!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the funneling to me!
Glacial Spear! Pure Evil!
Hitting Pile
Freeze
Sword
Laser!
Rain Alpha!
Light Astral Now!
Shion!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
I'll hold on to that.
I won't forgive you! Course in this flame!
Take it! No further!
Anything in order! Their hide as thick as armor!
Resonate with the Got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours! Demon Fang!
The enemy wields ours too.
We'll soon see about that!
No armor
This
can
one's
stop
mine.
me!
Remind me to stay on your good side.
Let's get you
Lock the shot!
Stay calm.
We're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you reminding me. Not on my watch!
Can you take it? Blended Swan!
Not so fast.
One at a time! Let me help. More for the stockpile!
I'll thank you.
Cyan Instant!
Burn in hell!
Here's a healing art! First aid!
Rosy Fury!
Cyan Instant!
Carve through armor! Dragon!
Ready to go! Thunderblade! Go!
Show thy mystic
At
mercy.
your sword!
Very good.
Priority one. Is that a healing art?
It is. I can't ignore your pain. Don't try to be more physical.
Elusive Deity! Rising Weapon!
Where are you going?
I'm ready!
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
This place is full of weird machinery, old and new. Just what the hell was she doing here?
By all appearances, the sort of unsavory research she wouldn't want to see divulged.
Even to other Renans? That's a scary thought.
airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Light astral energy! Banana, let's go!
I'm ready!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Didn't even break a sweat.
This place goes pretty deep underground.
It was probably built that way so it could still be used, even if the above-ground portion got destroyed.
Perhaps that's why it's still here, and why it was made into her hideout. It would certainly stand to reason. It would appear we can descend down where the railing has fallen apart.
What? Are you serious?
By all appearances, it would seem she was researching something here.
You think so? What kind of research could she have been doing in a place like this?
Your guess is as good as mine. Hardly anything the likes of us could imagine.
If we assume it was because this area is rich in astral energy, then it's possible she could have been doing any number of things.
Indeed. Renan castles and spirit vessels are often found in such locations. Intriguingly, Dahnan ruins are also known for their abundant energy.
You Renans attacked us. Don't act like you're just some...
Sheesh, enough already. This isn't the place to pick a fight over this.
How can you be so calm listening to all of this? You suffered at the hands of guys like him too.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm calm.
Fires of passion coursing this blade!
Raging Unicorn! In a bind?
Dance in the wind! Take it here! Blah, 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 magic! Sleep now!
Begin! No armor can stop me!
Remind me to stay on your side. Do it!
Hitting pile driver!
This one keeps
Sion!
short.
Astral energy! Full throttle!
Azure Storm! Demon Fang! Resonate with the earth! Plasmite!
Looks like we got them all.
Get lost!
Resonate with the earth!
Another incantation ruin!
Raging Lunar Storm!
Stay calm. They'll provide assistance.
Did you just hear me?
Back in their defense!
Lucky Hunter, you
I'll stop! I'll show you how useful I can be!
air thrust!
Double down!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah! And heavily to me! Great storm!
Here's the evil!
Clear for us a battle! Raging Lunar Storm! Rising Wyvern! Resonate with the earth! Lunar Rhino! Rising Phoenix!
So those are Dahnan astral arts.
Something you want to say?
Not for long as you keep them pointed toward the enemy.
Tables on it.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to
Can't
hold
get out
back.
of this!
May a thousand gales carry you to
You
shreds!
picked the wrong fight.
Now you see what I can do!
Water!
Bestow thy mystic mercy!
go myself, thank you.
Precisely.
That's the wisest thing you've ever said.
My exploits are bearing fruit.
An opponent like this should be easy.
I shall ensure you survive this. I'm ready! Eternal devastation!
Another incantation ruined.
Prepare to be seized, though fleet of foot.
Let's talk even more doing.
Shattering pieces! Attack time! No further! Eternal devastation!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet and... The true power of the blazing sword.
It's only as strong as the one who wields it.
You truly mean that? Thank you. An opponent like this should be easy.
Snake of the abyssal deep.
None shall escape my judgment.
Here I come! Slash! Take this! Demon Fang! Got flyers!
I've got this! Let him march!
Strong! All yours!
You are in tip-top shape.
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl understand no?
These little ones are hardly worth our time.
Less talking, more pummeling.
Cut them apart to your heart's content.
You're mine! Double Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Here's another. Raging Cascade.
Double Demon Fang! Swallow Blade!
Do it! Air drop! Light astral energy!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
Coming through!
Not today!
Okay,
Here I go!
Glacial, I never miss!
Armor won't save you!
I'm not done!
Denied! I'm ready!
We did it!
These little ones are hardly worth our... Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Come one, come all! An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down! Try harder!
Resonate with the earth! Stalagma!
Luna Rondo! Rising Phoenix! Orochi Fury!
Take this!
Do it!
River!
Astral energy!
Say no more! Shut!
Well done!
Elusive deity! Getting power!
Here I come! Phoenix Fang!
It's in the sky now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Claw! We're a pretty lethal combination, aren't we?
What can I say? I had a good partner.
Wrong fight!
Raging Luna Storm!
Now!
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Come and face me! Orochi Fury! Damn it! Double Demon Fang! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'm ready!
Orochi Fury!
Bestow thy mystic mercy!
It's on! Try this!
Very thirsty!
No further!
I suppose I should thank you.
Take this! Seismic Rupture! This one's mine!
Now!
On the way open!
In an instant! Impact Claw!
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday.
Courteous, aren't you?
Glacial Spear! This one's mine!
Now you see what I can do!
Freezing Storm!
Take this!
Far enough! Ice Tornado!
Seismic Rupture! Eternal Devastation!
Now!
Totally!
Spear!
In an instant! Impact Claw! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Air Thrust!
You're quite the gunslinger.
I have to be, in this world.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
I'll hold on to that.
There's nobody here. It's been nothing but Zeugles. No lords, no Renan forces.
They have to be holed up somewhere, right?
From the look of things, I don't think anybody's been here for a while. If anyone was here, they're long gone now.
That can't be.
Look out!
We'll figure this out later. Right now, this thing needs dealing with.
I don't understand. Did Baseball lie?
He didn't seem the type to lead us on a wild goose chase.
Hey! Save your questions until after we manage to finish this thing! Snake of the Abyss!
Clear for us to pass! In your dreams!
Aim for the weak side!
Sword Rain Alpha! Ready and ready!
Being interrupted. Resonate
Rising Wyvern! Oh, not done!
Mom, you're mine! Dad!
If it's in the
Forgive
sky,
me.
they're changing
Mindful.
Roger that.
Resuscitation.
Swallow Blade!
Glacial Spear.
The most
Pierce the
sensible
evil
Be still!
Raging Lunar Storm.
This one's all mine! Double Demon Fang!
Too fast. Can't you stand back? I'll trip it up.
Rising Wyvern!
Elusive Deity.
Glacial Spear.
Swallow Blade!
Take it.
Eternal Devastation!
Elusive Deity.
Rising Wyvern!
Get on the way.
Watch it! Air thrust!
Talon Hurricane. Eagle Fly. Elusive Deity.
There you go! Don't let up!
I'll finish you here and now.
In here! Let's get you all tucked away!
Talon Storm.
Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Allow me to take
Now,
this.
not in your dreams!
Talon Storm.
In a bind,
Law! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life.
Firmament
This
Render!
one's all mine!
Tempest engulfs you.
Arrow Storm!
You picked the wrong fight!
Clear for us to pass. Hurricane. Rip and
I
tear.
never miss!
Unadulterated pure. I'm on it.
Divine Streak!
Can't end here!
I couldn't make.
Lightning Converter!
Trying to take us out.
Thunder!
I will go right at you.
Hard one!
The tempest
Lightning
engulfs
Converter!
you.
Thunderblade!
I hope from beyond. A sensible plan indeed.
Enemies incoming!
Then we'll take them down.
I can't do it!
It's wide open!
It won't escape me. Carve through armor from beyond. Imbue this place with
Let the
power.
marksman handle
Another
this!
incantation ruined.
You take this!
Stay smart!
Take this.
Sword Rain Alpha!
This is some punishment.
Ignite! You'll pay for that! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds!
Build up feelings. Great.
Gusty nail! It's about to strike!
Look sharp, everyone!
Art expert coming through!
I'll bring you back from Death's abyss!
Slap the shock!
Taken!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
Raging Luna Storm! Shattering
Denied!
Do it! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! See that? That training's paying off! Now you see what I can do! Here!
Reload!
He can't! Demon Fang! I'll run you through! Raging Luna Storm! Here I go!
That freaking does it! A new lease on life!
Begin! Talon Hurricane! Getting all wrapped up!
Don't be complacent. Do you know that word?
Yes, I'm not an idiot! Raging Luna Storm!
Your helping me has become a pattern.
It's for the good of all of us.
Is it now?
Try harder! Do our Dragon Force! Stay away from my friend! Sword Rain Alpha! Try this!
Imbue this vanquished soul with resuscitation.
Where are you going?
Take this!
In a bind?
Stop! Far enough!
Will this help?
This one's all mine! Let's tear him up! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's...
Healing arc!
Double Demon Fang! Try harder! Blast the shot! Now, while it's really
Take it down!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! So much for finding the Lord. Come on, let's get back to Niaz.
Shion, calm down. This isn't like you. What's wrong? Talk to me.
It's none of your concern.
Even after everything we've been through together?
The two of us are only helping each other because our interests overlap, remember?
Are you serious? You helped me come to terms with Zephyr's death. You put your life on the line to save me. Don't tell me you did all that out of necessity. That it was only because we have a common goal. Fine.
Huh?
You don't want to answer? Then I'll do whatever I like from now on, too. Clearly, I'm just bothering you. So it doesn't matter if you tell me what's on your mind. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop looking out for you. Not now, not ever.
That's not fair. Why can't you just leave me alone? You don't know the first thing about me.
But I do. I know you care about the pain of others. You care, Shion. That's why I want to help.
Because of my thorns, I thought I had been doomed to a life of solitude. Until the day I died, I knew I would be alone.
And now?
The truth is, I'm trying to end my curse and get rid of my thorns.
Get rid of? There's a way to do that? Really?
I'm not completely sure. All I know is there's a chance. But that's the reason I need the Renis Alma.
The Renis Alma?
The Master Core to end all Master Cores. It is bestowed upon the winner of the Crown Contest, the new Sovereign, as proof of their victory. It must be assembled from all 5 Master Cores.
That's why taking down the Lords is so important to you. But Shionne, you're not in this alone. If there's a chance we can rid you of your thorns, I'll be by your side the whole way.
That includes us, right?
Like it or not, you're going to have to get used to relying on us every now and then.
What kind of friends would we be otherwise?
Thank you.
Dahnan Liberation and the Renis Alma. Looks like we've got our work cut out for us. If we have any hope of finding this Lord and their Master Core, we start by heading back to Niez.
Man, who would have thought we'd ever get thanked by Shionne?
Sounds like someone wants me to grab their arm.
I'm joking! Damn, you're scary sometimes.
Shionne's not scary at all.
Alphen.
I'll just, leave you two alone.
I can't believe this. To think they would give us a bad lead like that. Where could that Lord actually be?
Beats me. That said, there's no point wandering around aimlessly trying to look for her. We should head back to Niez for now.
What's wrong, Kisara?
Oh, I was just thinking about what it meant for there to be castles here on Dahna. People build castles to protect things that are important for one reason or another. But not simply that. They're also used to project a ruler's power.
So what you're saying is, even before the Renans invaded, the Dahnans were still being ruled over. It was just by other Dahnans.
That's most likely the case, yeah. Though who knows how they led their people.
But after seeing Deadeye, I can't picture them being all that benevolent themselves.
What if it's in everyone's nature to rule over and control others? What are we supposed to do about that?
If it really is in our nature, then no. All that means is we have all the more reason to fight it. That's all there is to it.
About damn time.
Took long enough.
But that's...
Right! I can't wait!
Head on over to the plaza.
What's going on? It seems busier here than before.
Hey, look! Isn't that Bayfon over there?
Ah, there you are. It seems I owe you all an apology. I'm guessing you didn't find the Lord back in the forest, did you?
No, but something tells me you already knew that.
That I did. Turns out I bit down on some bad intel when I should have known better. Apparently, Deadeye's not as trusting of me as I thought.
But why would he feed you bad intel?
My guess? He wanted me to lead you all astray. Make sure you weren't sniffing around where he didn't want you to be. While you were off in the forest, I got word that one of our squads captured the Lord. The place wasn't even close to where you were searching.
I see. Well, the important thing is that you finally caught her. Did you suffer many casualties?
You're not going to believe this, but she didn't even put up a fight. She had no escort either.
Well, what about her Master Core? Was it recovered?
Sorry. They only briefed me on the basics. For now, Deadeye's getting ready to make his victory speech out in the plaza. In the meantime, I've been ordered to set up a defense perimeter around the outside of the city, so I'll be out of town for a while. I imagine Deadeye will announce what he intends to do with the Lord during his speech. You'll have to let me know how it goes. Anyway, until next time.
A Renan Lord surrendering without a fight? Something doesn't add up here.
I'm afraid I can't say I know much of her lordship personally.
There's a lot about this that doesn't make sense. The Master Core is a concern too. Let's stick around like Bayfon suggested and see what happens. We don't leave until we get to the bottom of this. I'm worried about just what Deadeye has in store for Almeidrea. For now, let's wait at the end until he gives us victory speech.
We've reached our destination.
These must be the Danans the Darkwings freed.
Yeah. The city might be in ruins. The people have risen from the ashes.
This is the place Bayfon said Deadeye would reveal the Lord's fate. I wonder what he'll do to her.
Well... Is that...
Yes. It's Lord Almeidrea Kynaris.
Please stop! No good can come of such hatred. Stop or there'll be no turning back.
Is this supposed to be justice? Astral energy? Why now?
You don't think that...
The fruit of Helgen!
Just...
I did warn you, did I not? Nothing good can ever come of such nasty hatred.
You at last. I swear it. I'll make you pay for what you did to my parents!
What do we have here? Could it really be the witch from Dana? Honestly, I thought I had wiped all of you out of existence back then. I guess there was one survivor after all.
Hey, Rinwell!
Shut up! This is the only thing that's keeping me going anymore. Stay out of my way or I'll kill you!
Rinwell.
I'll kill you. I swear it. I will kill you! What did you... Why are you defending her?
I'm not really sure, you know. But when I look into your eyes, I can't let you do it.
What about you? Are you not the one who got revenge for his father? Don't I deserve that as much as you? Move aside. If you don't, then I'll blast you again.
Even so, sorry. I'm afraid that I can't let you do that. No way. I can't let you kill her. Not while your face is full of the same hatred as those people who died.
You saw what she did. What are you saying? She should just get away with it all?
You're right. Rinwell, I don't know what I'm doing. But still, I know it's wrong. If you go through with this, I know you'll regret it. I'm sorry. I am. Forgive me.
I can't believe you. You, of all people. Of all the people!
hurt you. Lailah!
Is your little show quite finished?
Why, you...
For many years of my life, I devoted myself to the study of astral arts. But the knowledge I took from your family was truly enlightening indeed. For that, you deserve a reward. I shall allow you to taste one of the fruits of my labor. Compositions. That is what I do best.
Ma,
Sorry for almost blowing me up? Hey, not like it's the first time. Come on, we need to take her down.
Okay.
You're mine! Not today!
I'll smash you!
Hear me, flame of
Azure Storm!
Exploit the enemy's weakness.
Azure Storm!
Let me free you of your power.
We're changing paths. Roger that.
Don't suffer inside. Resonate with the earth.
Demon
Where are you going?
Roach's Fury!
Will this help?
This is looking good.
Healing circle.
No.
Can't end here!
Forgive me.
Megasonic!
My fault.
Sleep now. More annihilation. Here goes! Reload! More where that came from. Mega ray.
Anything in armor
Take
is
this.
all mine.
By the power of water. Annihilation.
I'll smash you!
Lightning
Bestow
orb.
thy mystic mercy.
Dance in the wind. Air thrust.
Bestow thy mystic
Double
mercy.
Air thrust.
Double Demon Fang! Not today! Crush!
Stunning nail.
Crush!
Mega ray.
Bestow thy mystic
Dragon!
Lightning condensed.
Very soon.
Thunder blade.
I suppose I should thank you.
Magna.
Resonate with the earth.
Ranger. This
Stalagmite.
one's mine.
Azure Storm! Eternal Tempest!
Glacial spear.
Take
Here's
this.
evil.
Bestow thy
Here
mystic
goes.
mercy.
Raging
Try
cascade.
harder!
Searing flame. Reload. Dance in the wind. Air throw. Photon cyan. I can handle it.
I'll thank
Raging
you.
cascade. Flame.
I'll you with a gun. Carve through armor.
Hard up. Here,
Here I
let me help.
burn!
I'll thank you.
None
Dragon
will
Sword.
escape my judgment. Lightning condensed. It's weakened.
This
In a
ends
vine.
now! Sonic
This one's mine.
Dragon Swarm!
Resonate with the earth.
Stalagmite.
This one's all mine!
I'll be seeing this one.
Eat your
Photon
Eternal Devastation!
Thank you.
Here's the lightning condensed.
Bestow thy
Thunder
mystic
with
mercy.
the shadows.
It's showtime.
Mega ray.
Now you see what I can do.
Annihilate. Photon here. Flame in the wind.
I'll thank you.
Here's the evil.
Dance on the wind.
Free Blaster. In here.
Benediction
I'll be
light.
saving this one.
Nothing gets by me. Denied.
Here I come.
Rondo! Rising Phoenix!
Raging Cascade. Where are you going?
Orochi Fury!
I'll be saving this one.
Another incantation ruined.
This one's all mine!
Cyan is
Eternal Devastation! Show me! In an instant! Impact Cross!
Glacial
Ignite!
You require a head.
Dragon
No
Swarm!
further.
Ready!
Changing tactics!
There's no telling what it'll do! Stay focused! Not on my watch!
Azure Storm!
By the power of war! Thunder Field! Hear me!
Azure Storm! Demon Flame! Eternal
Ready to go!
No art being interrupted.
That tail's a problem.
Then let's focus there first.
Freeze Blade! Raging Dragon Red!
Double Demon Flame!
More for the side!
It's on!
Hey, that...
Resonate with the earth!
Raging Tempest! Demon Flame! Reload! Dance in the wind!
Corrosive Fury!
Flame! Reload! Annihilation! Liquid
Eternal Devastation! Crush!
Dance on the wind!
Burn!
Annihilation! I never miss!
Here for us a path!
Armor won't save you! Denied!
Demon Flame!
Liquid darkness! I'll heal you all!
Heal!
Divine
Crush! Eternal Devastation!
Resonate with the
Here I come! You're finished!
Here's a healing art! Confiscated!
No further!
First aid!
This
Just
was
what
all
the
mine!
doctor ordered!
Burn!
Gemini Aqua! Lightning Orb!
Raging Luna Storm! Eternal Devastation! Here I come! Heal! Dragon Swarm! Plasma Shock!
There!
Stardom!
Here, let me heal! Ready and
Raging Luna Storm!
Resonate with the earth!
Plasma Shock!
Ice Tornado!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll heal you all! Where are you going? More with that
Heal!
pulse!
Back you!
Allow me to help you.
Eternal Dazzle!
Can you take it?
Crush!
Healing
Eternal
Thunder Field!
Crush!
Dance in the wind!
Eternal Devastation!
Here! Hear me!
Bestowed I miss you.
Burning Supernova! More with that!
Eternal Devastation! You picked the wrong fight!
Searing Blade in the wind!
Eternal
No
Devastation!
Here's a healing art!
Showtime!
Photon, dance in the wind!
Try harder!
In here!
Eternal Devastation!
If it's in the sky, it's mine! More with that! From Annihilation!
It's
This
on!
one's mine!
And more has been up for now!
Dance in the wind!
Eternal Devastation! Eternal Devastation! Not today!
Armor won't save you!
Raging Luna Storm!
Crush!
Nothing gets by me!
Far enough! I'm out of ammo!
Crush! Eternal Devastation! Dragon Swarm! Try harder! Dragon Swarm! Dragon Swarm! Eternal Devastation!
Here for us a path! Mega Ray!
Dragon Swarm!
Lightning Orb! Photon, lightning condemned!
Eternal Devastation!
Here's evil! Dance in the Freeze Lancer! Air thrust!
Eternal Devastation!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Is everyone all right?
Yeah. But Almeidrea got away. Linwell, are you...
What the hell happened here?
Bayfon, is that you? Thank goodness you're okay.
I've been outside the city this whole time, but I sensed a disturbance in the wind and decided to turn back. What happened here? Where is everybody?
Almeidrea's handiwork. She allowed herself to be captured so she could rile up the Dahnans into a frenzy and rob them of their astral energy. She wiped out almost everyone in the plaza, including Deadheim.
Deadheim's dead. Everyone. And the Darkwings. Almost all of our companions in the Resistance. How could this happen?
Regardless of what she had to gain, what kind of person would do something like that?
If she managed to find kinship in Kelzelik, then I'd say the very worst kind. It's clear now that she used Menancia as a testing ground for the fruits of Helgen, before using them here.
So everything that led up to this moment was all a part of her plan.
Once she knew they'd eaten enough tainted food, she just needed to get herself caught.
We have to go after her. Balseph and Ganabel were horrible, but Almeidrea makes them look like saints. I doubt she's really gone back into hiding. We have to put an end to this, once and for all.
Yeah, what she's done can't be forgiven.
I don't know what to do. I saw what hatred did to those people, but hating her is the only thing that's kept me going. I can't just stop hating her. What am I supposed to do? Tell me. Smile at her from across the battlefield? Apologize while we fight her? I don't know if I can do that.
Rinwell.
Nobody can understand what you've been through. We can't even begin to imagine the pain you've experienced. But if hate is what has kept you going ever since that day, then let it be your strength. However, think about this. When you've had your revenge, when we've beaten Almeidrea, then what will you do?
Huh?
I'm saying you're going to have to find a way to survive once that hatred is gone. When it is, what do you plan on doing then?
I don't know. I've never thought about it before.
Almeidrea's death doesn't have to be your end too. You need a reason to live, Rinwell, not an excuse to die. Understand?
She's right. We could never truly know the pain that Almeidrea has caused you. But I think you should listen to Shionne. Give yourself time to consider things. And if it's too much right now, it's okay for you to sit this one out.
No. My head might be a mess right now, but I'm not letting you fight Almeidrea without me. I need to be there. Please. That much I do know. I'm going with you. And on the road, I'll think about it. A reason to live. Without hate.
That said, it'll be no good chasing after her blind with no idea where she went. Beifan, do you have any ideas where she might have gone?
I can't say for sure, but west of here is an underground harbor along a cliff near the coast. She spent years building a ship there, a floating fortress that she called her castle on the sea. No one quite knew why she wanted the thing, but now...
Of course. She's already effectively destroyed her own capital. It's likely she planned to abandon her realm as well.
Right. That's as good a lead as any. Let's go. What's that woman going to do next?
Nothing good, I'll bet.
We'll stop it this time.
I still can't believe what that Almeidrea did. Not only that, but she was enjoying it.
It's patently clear she has no respect for human life whatsoever.
We need to take her out. I don't think I've ever felt so enraged at another person in my whole life.
Yeah! There's no way she's getting away with this!
Then we head for the underground docks. We need to hurry. Rinwell, can you keep moving?
Yeah. My family and I, we spent all of our days just living in hiding. Until one day when we were found and attacked. I was the only one my dad and the others hid. That's the reason I survived. While the rest of my family was butchered. The only thing that I could see was the crest of a lord glowing through the smoke. And then...
It was Almeidrea who did it.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Rinwell.
That woman. Did she really find the existence of Dahnan mages to be that much of a threat?
Enough to invade another lord's territory? No, I doubt that. Most likely, she was after their knowledge and techniques. She only did it so she could become stronger. That's the kind of woman she is.
In retrospect, I do remember her making it sound like she created that monster she summoned.
A monster. I wonder, do you all think of me as a monster? Because I'm able to use magic even though I'm Dahnan?
Rinwell.
Of course we don't think you're a monster, you dummy.
Huh?
I might have had to hold you back, but it's her fault any of this ever happened, not yours. Got it?
Law.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
You guys checked your equipment lately?
It's important to get your rest.
This should definitely keep you guys full.
You okay, Shion? You're not eating very much.
What's wrong? Do you not like the cheese fondue that you made?
Yeah, I'm used to seeing you more excited about food.
You're not feeling sick, are you?
No, I'm fine. It's nothing like that. It's just...
What?
I guess I just don't understand what the appeal is. We could just as easily put everything on a plate and pour the cheese on top of it instead.
I suppose it lies in being able to decide exactly how much cheese you want. There's also something to be said for enjoying how it all turns out. It's fun.
That's fine and all, but I wish the plate-to-mouth time was shorter.
I think I understand. You don't like having to put in so much effort into eating something, do you?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Actually, now that I think about it, you're a way less fussy eater than you look, Shion.
In my book, there's no one right way to eat a meal. Tuck in, take your time, be dainty or devouring. As long as you enjoy the food, that's what counts.
There's no need to stand on ceremony while we're out camping in the wilderness.
Yeah, you're right. In that case, don't mind if I do.
I've never seen someone dump that much cheese on a meal before. Rinwell, mind if we chat a little? I noticed you haven't been training Hootle lately. Is he doing okay?
Yeah, he's fine. He's been catching fish with Kisara, and he seems to be adjusting his diet on his own, so I'm not as worried as before.
Maybe that's his way of pitching in, so you don't have to do everything for him.
Yeah, maybe. I guess at some point he started taking a shine to everyone too, just like they did to him.
You sound like you're okay with that.
Yeah. More than okay, really. It feels natural having Hootle and everyone around.
I know what you mean. We all support and take care of each other in our own ways. It's starting to feel like we're almost a family.
Huh. I hadn't thought of it like that. So does that make you everybody's dad?
Do I really look that old to you?
Huh? You don't like that? Okay, how about you be the big brother? Shion is the big sister. And Kisara can be our mom.
Well, then how about Dohalim for the dad?
I don't really get that kind of vibe from Dohalim. He's more like an uncle. An old uncle, who's too preachy and snarky for his own good sometimes. And as for Law... Well, Hootle took the little brother role, and Law's definitely not the dad. This is hard. Oh! Law can be the pet dog!
A dog? Do dogs really count as part of a family?
Of course they do! If an owl can be part of our family, so can a dog. When you think about it like that, we have a pretty fun family.
Yeah, a pretty big one as well.
That's why I like it so much. I wish we didn't have to do anything dangerous. I just want to keep traveling the world with you guys the way we are right now.
You okay?
Oh, it's nothing. Actually, I think I'm gonna go practice with Hootle for a bit. Good night. Another day, another Gald.
Fires of passion coursing in flame! Flame of justice!
You picked the wrong fight!
A new melody! I'll smash you!
Rising Wyvern!
A new melody! Chinese supernova!
Airborne scoundrels. Sounds like a job for yours truly. Now!
Double me! In an instant!
Impact block!
Small, but a victory nonetheless.
We have a long way yet to go.
You sense one of your pals, Hootle?
I see plenty of ruins around here, too. It must have been a big town bustling with people back in the day.
For Crown Contest participants, places such as these are but vectors for the astral energy they pursue. Similar to that windmill, for instance.
Nature!
Judgment!
Fire! I'm ready! River!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Hear me! Flame of
I'll
fury!
take you! One step too fast!
Here's
Stand back.
evil!
I'll zip it up.
Freeze laser!
All yours, Kisara.
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Let's see what you've got.
Mega ray!
Illusion! Rotating fire driver! Soaring blast! I'm on it! Let's go!
I'll face
I'm
you.
on it! I can carve through walls! Flaming thrust!
I never miss!
You're my...
Arch sealed!
Blast
Held
for
on my watch!
Raging Lunar Storm! Transform!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
There's always room for improvement.
Looks like we've spotted one of Hoodle's friends.
Do you think this is one of the places where the Dark Wings and Almeidrea fought?
I wouldn't be so sure. This place appears more ravaged by time than combat. Even if there are signs of destruction, it would likely have taken place during the Great Conquest of 300 years prior.
And ever since, it's been a breeding ground for Zeugles, I guess.
through! You're mine!
I'm ready!
Here's evil!
Double demon fang! Destruction!
Do it!
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Hear me! Flame of fury!
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
Demon fang! Double demon fang!
No further!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Nicely done.
You picked the wrong fight! Crush! Dragon Swarm! Eternal Devastation!
Deny! Here's evil! Art Secret!
You got flyers!
I've got this! Let him march!
I'm ready! Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade!
Take it! Go! It's over!
Eternal Devastation!
Do it! I never miss!
Eternal Devastation!
I'm ready!
Gravitas Field!
Step back! This one's all raw!
Hey, what do you think about that spot?
Good idea. I'll go for that one. Where should I cast my line? I've got something. You've gotta know when to quit.
All right.
I'll let you go this time.
All right.
Good fishers always keep their cool.
There we go.
Boy, that's a bit of a letdown.
Nice work!
Now where might those fish be?
No backing down!
A freezing storm!
Win! Eternal devastation!
Here I go!
Orochi Fury! Howling Hurricane! Blast Raging Lunar Storm! All mine! Do it! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
None shall
Blast
escape
the
my
storm!
Its armor's too strong!
Split it open!
Be my
Charge
guest!
like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Azure Storm!
Raging Lunar Storm!
Here's evil!
Far enough! Demon Blade!
I'm ready! All yours, Kisara.
Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Rock-like Rupture! Here I come!
I never miss!
Raging Lunar Storm!
Here
Eternal devastation!
I go!
Anything in your do it! Goodwill!
Demon's Descent!
Flashing Fang!
Nicely done.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
I hope we manage to catch Almeidrea soon.
I hope so too, before she can cause any more havoc.
You okay, Rinwell?
Oh, yeah.
Don't push yourself too hard now, okay?
Okay. Thanks. Oh, Hootle. I don't know what to do.
All done. Come and eat.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
A dead end?
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Dahnans. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almeidrea.
What could this be?
You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set and we'll set sail. This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Of course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Dahnans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Dahnans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Till then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
I know Mahavar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat. I guess I'll check in on everyone and see how they're holding up.
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almeidrea, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cyslodia's Dahnans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Saar has people like Deadheim. But then there are people like Law and Shionne. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almeidrea. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But...
But what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well... I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almeidrea when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Shionne mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shionne's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almeidria's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia. The lush green glades of Menancia. The harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually manage to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Dahnans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Dahnans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Dahnans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shionne.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dahna. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shionne?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
look so good. Are you all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Dahnans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Dahnans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Dahnans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective, from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Dahnan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Dahnans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Megal, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
I'm not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Dahnans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almeidrea?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegis.
Right. I almost forgot about Lenegis. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almeidrea did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almeidrea do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Renna really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almeidrea resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Saar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almeidrea, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almeidrea. I'll ask Mahavar.